This video is sponsored by the OneFootball app. It's the app where you can get everything on one app. You get stats, scores, and goals all in one place. You can download it in the link in the description below. Scott's excited for.
Are you going to be using it for your preview?
Yeah, of course.
He's getting bang on it. Download it from our link, by the way. Don't go App Store.
I've got it all sorted.
Get the link in the description below.
Yeah.
Have some of that.
Go download it today.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match football show on the internet. We've just come back from the London Stadium where West Ham won 3 in a row. It was West Ham United 3, Crystal Palace 2. Scott, takes for the starting lineup, mate.
Fabianski in goal, Zabaleta returning to right back, Balbuena returning to partner Diop as 2 centre halves, Masuaku kept his place at left back.
Is that the right decision?
Krezel's probably not fully fit, we've got a lot of games coming up, so
Okay.
Anderson, Snodgrass either side, Noble and Rice, and Hernandez and Perez up top.
See, I think that was the wrong decision with Perez. Personally, I would have gone for either Antonio or Carroll, just to hold it up a bit more, because Perez and Hernandez, you see it in the first half, that's why Palace had so much of the ball, and that's why it changed in the second half when Carroll come on.
Yeah,
Maybe he just wanted to reward him, innit, for the 2.
Yeah, listen, I completely understand that, but I just think the type of game it was going to be today, I think even Antonio would have been a better choice than Carroll. Just someone that can hold it up, because Hernandez and Perez are too similar for me against that big back four.
The Palace's defence was too physical for the pair of them.
And we was lumping it in there to them, and they're not going to win them sort of balls.
That bugs me a lot, right? We got wired a lot today, and we put crosses into a box, again, that are Andy Carroll crosses in the first half when he ain't playing. Or we tried to cut the ball back. When you've got 4 defenders bearing down on their own goal, plus a striker running forward, why aren't we fizzing it across the 6 yard
when he come in, when he come on the second half, the first 5 or 6 crosses we've done, we didn't even put them up for him.
No.
It was all on the floor.
What's the point? But that's what I'm saying, that crossing is so indecisive. You know, we're trying to cut the ball back to a player on the edge of the area. When, like, you had Hernandez running in, you've got 4 defenders running towards their goal. Just put it in that corridor of uncertainty between the defenders and the goalkeepers. The defenders are panicking. That's how you get home goal scored. You know, just whiz it in there, but we don't. We try and cut it back, and we look for passes that are not there.
I'll be honest with you, I thought our first half was piss poor.
It
was terrible.
It was pretty similar to the other night, really. I mean, Cardiff should have gone in 1-0 up the other night. I mean, Palace went in 1-0 up. It could have gone 2-0 up. They hit the crossbar right on half time. Great free kick, but yeah, we had
Their
chances.
goal was a strange goal, wasn't it?
Well, we had a chance before that, didn't we? Where Hernandez was 10 yards out, he just couldn't get his feet right, and just after that, I mean, I haven't watched it back yet, but from what I'm seeing, it looked like Tompkins won the header, flicked it on, and McCarthy was just free between Fabianski and the back.
He reacted. Our defenders did react.
It just looked like it took an eternity to come out the air.
Yeah.
Everyone's sort of looking at it thinking Fabianski's going to gather that, and MacArthur just got there just before him, and it just sort of like, I've never seen a ball roll in so slowly.
Yeah, I know.
No, I think the old stadium, everyone around us was like, what's going on there? Like, no one really knew, and we switched off, and the thing is, you switch off in the Premier League, you get punished.
That is it. That is the biggest problem. As much as we're playing good football, we have done that a lot this season. Switched off at silly times when, you know, we could. I know we're skipping further forward, but the second goal we switched off for that as well. You know, and it's them little mistakes we need to cut out. I can't moan about the way we're playing. First half we weren't great. Still had a lot of possession. I thought Palace dominated the midfield massively. I thought Noble and Rice were just too similar in the first half. No one was making a run forward from the midfield. So we get the ball out wide and we've got no one to aim for. Because like we said, Perez and Hernandez are too similar.
Yeah.
Well, apart from the 2 chances we give Palace, and I mean we gifted them their 2 goals, they didn't do much, did they? They're just,
like I said, they're
a
kick.
fucking nothing team, aren't they? They're just one of them teams, a million there. I can't stand them. I think they're a fucking terrible team.
I don't know if it was just me, but they had me nervous quite a bit. Like with Zaha, Zaha was getting into a lot of
because they've got the
positions.
players on the pitch that can punish you, like Townsend, Zaha, even that Max
Townsend
Meyer. I was
was
literally just saying, Max Meyer ain't done nothing this game, and he put in that ball for Schlupp to score, whatever his name is.
Schlupp.
Yeah, this is his name.
It sounds like something that you got from Nickelodeon in the 90s, didn't it?
I'm sure he's a
You've been
drinking of Futurama called Schlupp.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But Palace have got some decent players, and you've got to be I was on the edge of my seat till the last minute because I thought like they could even nick.
You could
nick
see
a
them
draw
nicking
here.
it.
You could see it. I mean, Zaha, everything weren't going his way today. I mean, we'll get to him later. He's a little minge, isn't he? Can't stand him.
I'll tell you, we'll get to that later. But yeah, look, they frustrated us. They done what Cardiff did in the first half. They frustrated us. When you look at, I'm sure, like when I was doing a preview, doing the research on that, looking at their stats, they get caught on a counter attack a lot, and we didn't do that. Every time we got forward, we looked to cut back.
When I take away the Newcastle game because that was an unbelievable performance. Cardiff first half and Palace first half they was poor. And weeks ago, we'd have just crumbled and we'd have lost them 2 games. Something's clicked, something's changed in that dressing room, and it's confidence. And I mean, Robert Snodgrass was unbelievable today. He chased every single ball down.
Adam is man of the match.
Did you see the thing in the newspaper today about, Pellegrini had a little go at him about his weight? Well, I didn't realise that he was still living in London when he was playing for Villa. Every day he was doing that journey. He was living in service stations basically. He said, like, how can you have a balanced diet and when you're living like that? Because his family was settled in London. He was doing that trip, and that just shows like the dedication for the.
And he was still one of the best players in the Championship.
Yeah, and we're getting we're seeing the rewards now.
That's it. We're finally seeing the Snodgrass that we signed.
The Pint replacement. But
that's it. When Snodgrass now is doing what he did for Hull.
Yeah.
Grabbing games by the scruff of the neck.
I think he's playing centrally.
What do you mean?
He's been playing bits more central. He drops in the centre, didn't he? Like when he plays centrally,
he's enjoying it.
I do. Yeah, I see that. When he plays centrally, like he always seems to be in the middle, putting his weight about and all that. But when he plays centrally, I think he's brilliant. He's sort of. He reminds me a little bit like what Downing when he dropped in the centre a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Creating chances. Now he's scoring goals.
Yeah.
He links up well with Zabaleta as well, Dan. I must admit.
I mean, if the season ended now, he'd be everyone's hammer of the year, wouldn't he?
He's had a few assists as well in the past few games.
I think he's got 8 assists this season.
Unbelievable.
I put it out the other day, Robert Snodgrass appreciation, and Don brought it up earlier. It's 1 year to the day since the chairman made them comments about him when they said that they begged him not to sign him and all that sort of stuff. And I love it because I'll be honest, I was the biggest critic when he first came to us. I was a massive critic. And
it's not so much being a critic of when he come to us because you could see what he did. Look at Hull with.
You mean like when his first year after the few games when he was playing?
What you got to remember is he come in after we sold Pyatt, and everyone was whoever come in, we was going to try not to like him.
And Village didn't know where to play him either. That's what he said.
He come in and the manager didn't even know him.
Yeah. There's a couple. Well, both the managers. He went out on loan, didn't he, last year, and he was Villa's best player. And as Ryan just said, we're reaping the benefits from it now because he took a bit of time out there and rejuvenated himself. He's come back. He's my hammer of the year at the minute.
Most of us wanted to sell him at the start of the season, innit? We was hoping.
Well, let's be honest. If Villa would have come up, we probably would have sold him.
Yeah,
he probably would have wanted to stay at Aston Villa. So, we're lucky now. We're lucky now.
100%. Look, half time come. Pellegrini must have got a few rockets out.
I'll tell you exactly what he said.
Firstly.
Huh?
Thirsty.
Yeah, look at you two.
Well, I ain't had a drink all day, so I've had a long day. Soccer AM this morning, West Ham this afternoon.
First time Scott's not the first one to finish his beer.
Yeah, he hates it, doesn't he? Look. I'll tell you exactly what Pellegrini turned around and said. He turned around and said, if you don't win this game, there's no Christmas party. And Andy Carroll went, fuck this, boys. Get me on there. We're winning this game.
Well, he made the change at half time. And to be honest with you, I think this is the change that won us the game in the end because he was. I think he just opened up.
The game was screaming out for an Andy Carroll.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't do like. Don't get me wrong. He didn't come on and start fucking dribbling around and taking people. But he draws people in.
No, but what he done as well, he put fear into that back four because they knew they had a game second half. They didn't have a game first half. They knew that he was going to chuck his head in there everywhere. He was going to get stuck in.
We were very predictable in the first half.
Yeah, massively.
You could read what we were going to do each time. As soon as Carroll come on, the whole game changed because they knew they couldn't defend the way they were against Perez.
Yeah, but one thing I did like, we didn't just lump it up there. We still played football on the floor.
Yep.
And that's what sort of confused Crystal Palace because they probably sat back that little bit thinking, right, we're going to get balls coming in. Tompkins and whoever their other centre back. Forgot his name now, but Sacco, yeah. They're thinking, right, we're just going to be, but we weren't. We're still playing on the floor. Hernandez still dropping, looking for it. Anderson was just, I mean, we haven't even spoke about him yet. The boy is class, and this is why I turned around and said, you have to bear with these players. 16 games in now, and look how everyone's thoughts and opinions have changed on him.
Yeah.
Players don't settle into the Premier League straight away, but you can see he's got the talent. We see it in the first few games. Some of our players weren't on the same wavelength as him.
You see flashes of it.
But now, players like Hernandez, they're starting to pick up on that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, when Carroll come into the game, he opens up space, and when you've got players like Hernandez and Anderson, and even Snodgrass to a certain extent, it opens up the game to them, and that's when you punish them. You know what I mean? That's when you punish them, because I'll tell you what, it come to the, it was a melee in the box, it got cleared by Tompkins, and I'll tell you what a strike that is from Snoddy.
And it was well deserved. I mean, from where we were sitting, as soon as he hit that, it was going in, and it's another great goal against Palace down that end. It was Carroll the other year, and Crystal Palace must hate us, playing here. But that was a great strike, great finish.
He did it instinctively, didn't he? Like straight, it didn't take any time, just went bosh. Like.
But from where I was sitting, as soon as that left his foot,
you see it flying in.
Yeah.
That's what I said to you, didn't I? I said we had the best angle for that goal.
Yeah.
We had the perfect view for it. It's a good finish, such a good finish.
I was saying it was Payet-esque, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I don't think Payet ever scored a goal like that.
Yeah, he scored a few like that. One, I think, like Newcastle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Newcastle at home. But yeah, look, Snodgrass, it couldn't have happened to a better player. Well deserved. He's needed that, and hopefully now he'll go on and add not only assists but more goals to his game.
Well, that was 1-1, and we was on the ascendancy. We only looked like we was going to go on and score more.
We were much better.
I had a feeling if we scored one, we was going to go and score two, score three. I had that confidence in us. That's just the confidence it's breeding over the past few weeks.
Yeah, that's what I said. The football we're playing now, even when things ain't going right, we're creating chances. I've said it in the previews, things like that. And that's the thing now. You play the way we're playing, you will open up sides. Even if you're not having the best of games, you will open up sides. And with players like Anderson, you've got a player that can change game in a second. And that, like you said, that's now what we're seeing. We're seeing that because the players are now learning what he can do. We saw it with Payet coming, but Payet's another level. He can do that on his own. Anderson sort of needs players around him.
Anderson's getting to that point now. Whenever he gets that ball out on the wing, you move forward on the edge of your seat because you think he's going to cut in, he's going to do something, and that's the player we signed. That's the player we expected to see. But it's taken a bit of time. But now people are comparing him to Payet, and when you look at the way he plays, and now goals like his goal today was unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a strike!
Was that the third goal?
That was the third goal. Yeah, but
unbelievable.
The free kick, he got enough power in it to put it over. He got it up and over the wall and down.
Well, I said to Ryan, this is going to go in the top corner, and he put it the other side. Tried to put it in the bottom corner. The keeper just about got his hands to it. That was going in otherwise.
Yeah,
it was too central. He needed to be a little more to the
left. But he got his hands to it, and then.
Classic Hernandez.
Chicharito does what Chicharito does. Anything bounces in the box.
Do you know what? I just see a stat. I was reading that's Hernandez's 49th goal in the Premier League, and they're all inside the box. That just tells you why you need to play.
Go outside the box.
That's why you need to play Hernandez all the time. We've been saying it for a long time, and this is what he does. He scores goals.
Yep.
He's going to get chances. He's going to score goals.
But you're seeing now the Hernandez when he's partnered up top. Not the Hernandez play up top on your own and we'll lump them balls down. We're seeing the Hernandez where we're playing that intricate football.
But I think
playing triangles.
I think the way we've been playing this season and the teams we've played, I think Pellegrini was just waiting for a chance for the chance to put him in. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a big transition from playing from one up top to two up top when you're so used to it. And he had to go at the beginning. He had to go a bit ugly. Like we won at Everton ugly. We won at. Who else did we beat at the beginning of the season?
We spent the past 4 or 5 years playing hoofball.
Apart
from that Payet season at the Boleyn, that's the only time and even then we played quite.
And I think Pellegrini had the intelligence to think, right, we've got to try and win these games ugly, But as soon as we start to play football, and as soon as we get that philosophy put into the game, that's when someone like Chichiro, and he's reaping the benefits at the minute because there's players there to create him chances.
The thing is, he needs to as well because Arnautovic is out for the next 6 weeks, so we have to win without Arnautovic. We can't always rely on Arnautovic. And today proved that we can play. Yeah, it was massive. Because if we had lost this today, everyone would have been going, "Oh, Arnie's out. This is it now. The run's over."
We're proving we're not a one-man team.
Yeah, we're proving as well. And then if we can, over these next 6 weeks, if we pick up a few more wins, we're going to probably lose a couple as to what we do. But Arnie comes back, he fits into the team. Everyone's buzzing. Then you've got a Lanzini to come back. We might get a couple of players in January.
The thing for me is if we're in a comfortable position when the players when Arnie's back and when Lanzini's back, the football we're playing. Now, the football we're playing at the minute suits Lanzini massively.
Oh, yeah.
And
actually, he's just, to be honest with you, when I look at the midfield, he's just what we're missing.
Yeah.
He's just what we're missing.
It's such a shame he picked up that injury, but he's going to come back stronger and he's going to fit straight back into this team. He's going to find it tough.
Yeah, massively.
He's not going to knock players like Snodgrass out the way he's playing, but what a great headache to have.
Yeah. What difference does it make to have a strong bench like we had today? Today was probably one of the strongest I think I ever remember it.
Yeah.
You had Adrian, Criswell, Antonio, Carroll.
If I told you 2 years ago, right, be honest with you, if I told you 2 years ago, Ogbonna, Carroll, Antonio and Cresswell would be on the bench, you'd have laughed in my face.
Oh, yeah. Not so much Carroll because you think he's always coming from injury, so he usually plays games off the
bench.
But definitely. I know what you mean.
Yeah, like Antonio a couple of years ago was that.
You going for the Michael Jackson look today? One glove on, one glove. I just noticed that.
I don't know where my other one's gone.
I just noticed that. I was looking. I was thinking, what's that?
Michael Jackson look.
Do you know what I'd like to see now, though? If we can keep this run going, and there's no reason why we can't. No disrespect to the teams.
We've got Fulham, Watford, Southampton, Burnley.
We just need to take one game at a time.
And then Brighton at home.
But do you know what I'd like to see? Right, I'd like to see we get to January. If we can pick up 6 or 9 points in them 4 games, get to January, the board to have a bit of bollocks and go and spend a bit of money in January.
Will we lose anyone?
No.
I mean, it's so funny because there was talk about Hernandez going in it, but now he's been on form.
Hernandez is, from what I see of him with all the shots at the training, he looks happy here. He's scoring now. He knows he's going to get a run. With Arnautovic being out, in a way, it could be a good thing, especially for Hernandez because now he might.
I said this to someone the other day.
Arnautovic is a great player, but we've got to learn to play without him.
I love Arnie. I love Arnie to bits, but I think he needs time to heal.
Yeah, we've been playing him injured. Same as like the years gone by where we've played Carroll when he's injured and not fully fit. I think we've been doing that with Arnie.
Do you remember that time when we played Man United? Do you remember that time? And Carroll just come back from a long-term injury, and Allardyce was our manager. And he just couldn't wait to get him on the pitch.
No, Southampton
he subbed him on after 15 minutes. So Carlton go off.
Even today, he went in for an header and he went down. I thought his legs just went. I thought his body just give up on him. But
the thing is, I was talking to the guy next to me and I said, Carroll's career is going to be go down as, imagine what it's like.
It was 131 appearances in 6 years, 7 or whatever it is. It's not great, but look, we know. I think it's 131 appearances in 7
seasons. 4
seasons.
4-ish seasons.
No, he's been here since 2012.
Yeah, man, it's bad.
6 seasons.
But
that's 4 full seasons.
I think his best spell was the last at the Bowling. I think he got about 30 games out of him that year. Every other season's been like 15 maybe and less.
The thing is that for me, he is a good player to have on the bench.
Yeah, Pellegrini told him this week, you want to earn your new contract, you've got to show me that you deserve it.
Today is where he earned his crust, mate, because today is where the day he comes in.
When they announced him coming on at
fit.
half-time, I looked over at the Palace fans and straight away their heads went down.
Yeah. But the thing is, he showed again today what he can do with the ball at his feet. See, everyone sees the Carroll, the big lump in the air who can win the flick-ons, win the ball in the air, but he can actually play.
Look, I've seen him score overhead kicks against Palace. I've seen him score top corner screamers against Swansea. So I know what he can do. I know what the geezer can do. But Like we say it every year, he's not going to stay fit. Like I've given up. He's not going to stay fit. Like where's Wilshere? He's not going to stay fit either.
What happened to Wilshere? He came on against Newcastle.
Yeah,
now he's
the thing is, Wilshere come on and he felt his ankle, so he didn't want to risk it. So he's missed this week, but he's back next week. Yeah, he's back next week.
You've got to think.
Which fair play to him.
Yeah, we've got to manage the players right now because we had 3 games in a week this week.
He got an assist.
We go Fulham, then we got Watford. So Watford's the 22nd. Then we got
Southampton,
then Burnley.
Then Burnley. What's that?
3 days later.
Yeah, and then you got the FA Cup game. We've got a lot of games coming. You've got to manage the players right. We can't afford to.
There was talk today about Zande Silva being on the bench. Would you like to see him coming in?
Well, everyone was it was a certainty, didn't it?
Yeah, because he was left out the under-23s last night, and I was surprised that he wasn't on the bench.
Maybe he was being.
He's banging on the door.
Touted,
the kids playing well for the under-23s.
I'd like to see what he could do.
The thing is, as well, he's just come back from a long injury, isn't he? So, no, it'd be good for him. It'd be not good to see, but. We had a strong bench today.
That's it. And that's how you got to look at it. You got I think Pellegrini bringing Diagana on when he did is good because the last time he played, he was quite poor. So he's trying to get him, bring him back in. It was disappointing we conceded the second.
Anyway,
I'll be honest.
Let's talk about Anderson's goal.
Oh yeah,
we ain't spoken about that yet.
That's a special goal.
Yeah,
that's a special goal.
I thought he was crossing it
from a very special.
Yeah, that's why people compare him to Payet because that was just like Payet.
Listen,
what? I don't even want to compare him to Payet. He's got
that
about Anderson now.
He's got that in him. He's that's what I said. He's got that ability to change a game in a second.
Yeah,
we've seen that now.
It's a great finish.
Winner.
Yeah, exactly.
Put us 3-1 up. To be fair, I thought we was going to go and get a fourth after that.
So did I.
It was
exactly. Because we were playing such good. The thing I love is I love watching good football.
Yeah.
Back when Arsenal were dominating things, they played good football. United played good. I used to like watching good football. And now we're playing good football. Yeah. It's so nice to watch.
It was an entertaining game all round, wasn't it? It was for both teams were up for it today.
We scored good goals against Palace, didn't we?
Yeah.
In fact, I think Palace are one of the teams that get good goals scored against.
We're sort of a little bogey team to
Palace.
To Palace,
especially at home.
7 on the spin.
7 on spin, yeah.
We better move it. Put it forward. Can we bring it forward? Can it zoom out anymore? Or is that zoomed all the way out?
Hello. Whoa, it's like a dream.
It's got in. I'll tell you a player we ain't mentioned, I think was key for us winning today was Zabaleta. Zabaleta was unbelievable.
He had Zaha in his pocket all game. He was winding him up so much. Even at the end when he went down, holding his leg, I said that's a Premier League winning defender there. He experienced, waste a bit of time. Zaha hated it. Now he knows our other people feel with him.
I'll tell you something. Zaha, the way he was reacting to Zabaleta.
Do you know what I noticed at the end of the game? He didn't shake anyone's hand.
No, he's a scumbag.
He refused.
He's a scumbag.
The
geezer's a tosser.
He's frustrated and we've done that to him.
He is one of the biggest cheats in the Premier League. He throws himself about, he dives left, right and centre. Someone does it to him and he refuses to shake players' hands.
I don't think he did do it to him. It was two blatant fouls.
No, one of them was a bit of a dive.
Yeah, but like I said, that's the experience of Zabaleta.
That is exactly what I said to Dan. I said when he rolled around holding his ankle, that's experience, slowing the game down. But for Zaha then to not shake anyone's hand, that's disrespectful. He's a scumbag, mate.
Fuck him.
He's a scumbag.
I'd fucking sign him in January. I had the chance.
I don't want him. I don't want players like that.
Yeah, right, Scott.
I don't. Look, at the end of the day, you've been beaten by the better side. The geezer's done the same thing.
I can understand maybe not shaking Zabaleta's hand after what's happened, but Noble went up to him, and he knows Noble quite well because I see him all through the game, sort of talking to each other, and he refused to shake his hand. Let him sulk, let him go home.
Townsend was throwing himself all over the floor that game. You know what I mean? How many times was he diving around?
Exactly the same. The difference was Townsend shook people's hand in the game. It weren't like Noble had kicked Zaha up in the air for the whole 90 minutes.
I wish he would have.
Do
you know what? Look, Noble as well today. He gave the ball away a few times, but he was unbelievable second half as well.
First half,
he gets his critics, but let's be honest, he's been back the last 3 games. We've won the last 3 games. I'm not saying it's all down to him, but he's added something extra to that midfield.
I don't want to hear a Declan Rice contract comment till the season, but
no, Declan Rice as well was unbelievable today. And do you know what I noticed today a bit more about Declan Rice? Actually, how fast he is.
Yeah.
how much pace he's actually got, and he's look. I don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to keep mentioning his contract. It's getting boring now, but I'm sure the club will tie him down because if not, that'd be the biggest mistake they've made since moving from the bowling ground.
Well, because you see, there was that.
I think that'll even be a bigger mistake.
That video was going around of him giving Perez orders, wasn't he? Telling Perez, "Wait, I can get there, move."
He's 19 years old. He's a future captain. He's ready for Noble to hand the armband over to him when Noble
and that's what you want from a captain. For a 19-year-old kid to come in and, like you said, be bossing someone who's been playing in the Premier League a lot longer than him.
Was he?
That's what you want. Perez has been around for a few years now. He ain't played many games.
I mean,
Palace.
I
think
he was about 2-3 seasons at Arsenal, wasn't he? He went on loan. So. He went on loan last year.
He ain't played many games. No, but he's a seasoned professional, isn't he? He's played a lot in Spain and wherever he's been. But Palace got a goal. 15 minutes to go. Schluck with a header from.
The only thing
Max
that concerns me today was the way we give away the 2 goals.
Yeah, the lack of concentration,
especially from that corner, because that was ridiculous.
It was a quick corner from him. Yeah, fair play to Palace. Quick corner, Max Meyer, great ball. And after I just said he's done nothing all game, and he puts in a great ball. And Fabianski, it's hit the service. The service is wet. It's spun off straight in. Keeper can't get it. So it's a good goal.
What's that, the first or second?
No, Palace's second goal.
It's just poor defending.
Yeah, it's poor defending, but it's also good play from Palace.
Yeah, not taking that away. I'm looking at it from our perspective. You know, we switch off, and that is a worry because better teams will punish you even more.
Yeah.
You know, a Palace side that they didn't dominate possession, they caused us problems, and they've punished us twice because we switched off.
The only thing that worried me as well is that Issa Diop picked up that early yellow card, and I thought with Zaha and Townsend running him, there was a couple of times he put in a tackle just after that, and I think the referee one more, he would have gone.
But the tackles after that tackle, mate, he put in some.
Oh yeah.
He's class.
I'll tell you something. I'm going to give Masuaku a bit of credit, right? There was a chance late on in the second half. I'm sure it was Townsend he was marking, and the ball's fizzed across.
Yeah.
And Masuaku is actually switched on, and he gets the ball clear and stops Townsend getting his body in front of him. Masuaku,
he put in a
2
couple
or 3
of
games ago. That's a goal.
No, I'll give Masuaku credit as well today, especially the second half. But the first half, not only him, there was a lot of misplaced passes. There was a lot of not winning that second ball. There was a lot of silly passes, blind passes that weren't going to no one. That's something we need to cut out.
Looked like me when I played kick booting the ball.
He wasn't that bad, Scott.
He was terrible in the first half, I tell you. About 3 or 4 times in the first half, he couldn't control the ball. He couldn't pass the ball.
Look, Issa Diop for me, best player, best centre half
we've had for a long time.
Best centre half pairing. I think him and Balbuena complement each other. I think the Balbuena and Diop bring the best out of each other.
I can't think of many in the better in Premier League. Maybe Van Dijk.
Oh, Van Dijk.
Yeah. I wouldn't put Diop in that class at the moment. He's still got that odd mistake in him.
You're only as good as your last game, and he gets stronger every single game.
Yeah, I know
I
that.
think he has the potential to get to them levels.
21.
Yeah,
exactly. But we still concede a lot of goals. We ain't get many clean sheets this season, so defenders.
Look,
I
ain't seen it back yet. Look, the 2 goals could be his fault completely. He could have switched off, but I'll be honest with you. Like the way he plays at centre half, I haven't felt that comfortable for a long time. Since probably a Reed and Tompkins.
Every time the team sheet comes out before a game and you see Diop and Balbuena, you feel comfortable. You feel comfortable, don't you? You think, right, good centre back pairing now.
And I'll be honest with you, pre-season, I thought they was a pair of clowns.
Yeah,
just tells you everything about pre-season.
Yeah,
exactly. The thing is, though, it takes a lot to settle into English football, and I think Anderson as well. I think what's that 6 goals now he's got in 5 games.
Yeah,
I think that's the best.
He's got to be our top scorer,
including Lazio and West Ham. His last 34 games, that's the best record he's got.
Yeah.
From his last 34 games to West Ham and Lazio, so he's starting to find a bit of form, and he's getting assists as well. So he's going to be a massive player for us. Massive player, and it's going to be hard to keep hold of these sort of players. It's a Diop there. I think teams like PSG will be sniffing around him, and bigger teams will be sniffing around him. I could see a Man City or someone coming in for him.
Yeah, look,
but it's how strong we have to be to say no.
The thing is, with his age, with his pedigree, and where he can go in the game, you can't be asking any less for 70 million quid.
The thing is,
if John Stones was worth 50 million quid at 22,
Diop's got to be worth it.
He's got to be. Yeah, he's got to be.
But the thing is, I think
people will laugh at me for saying that, but you know.
It's like with the Declan Rice situation, right? These players will benefit from staying at the club because they'll play regularly.
You think that
week in,
Issa
week
Diop
out.
would benefit more from playing for West Ham than he would play for Manchester City?
I don't think
No,
he's
no,
getting
but
six
playing
starting
is
either.
like he'd
They're
actually be
playing. You know,
Yeah,
when,
we
when,
do,
when you're
yeah.
21, when you're 19, 20, 21, 22, you want to be
What
playing.
you got to realise is Diop can stay here for another 4 or 5 years, and he's
Exactly.
only 26.
And,
And then he
Rice
can
is
go
the
on,
same.
and I'm hoping that in the next 5-6 years we'll be up there, sort of.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
challenging for the title,
No, but challenging for the
and
Champions
winning,
League places,
yeah,
that type of
Yeah,
things like that.
Europa
But,
League,
but yeah,
Champions
but
League.
that- but
selling
that's-
players like him, we won't be challenging for
Yeah,
because you've
yeah.
got to build around the squad like that.
Exactly.
You-
And the thing is, you've only got to look at the failures of players who left the club when they were playing well, learning their trade, to move to a big club.
Yeah,
To
I
say,
know.
well, why don't you stay? At the end of the day, Diop and Rice, for the rest of this season and probably next season, they're going to be the first name on the West Ham
Rice
team.
is going to get a new contract without doubt. I think in January they're going to announce it. I think they're going to get rid of a couple of players who
It'd
are
be a nice
on
Christmas
high
present
wages.
if they got it done before
Declan
Christmas.
Rice looks happy at the club. The fans love him. So why not? Why not give him a new contract? The board would be stupid not to, and I think they will. But yeah, I mean, look, forget the positives, negatives. There's three wins in a week. It's a massive week.
We're going to be bringing in a transfer rumour section in the next month because it's getting to that time. In the next week or so, we're going to be starting up rumours. A couple of rumours this week.
We've had a few in the last couple of weeks, but I haven't really paid them much attention.
There was one today. It was a couple of free transfer. I think it's Ender Valencia on a free transfer.
No. Antonio Valencia.
Antonio Valencia.
Sorry.
Oh, you ain't scared me for a minute now. I went, what?
Sorry. Fucking hell, yeah.
Don't want him back.
Antonio Valencia. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's a summer transfer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It could be in January. They said
No.
it could be in January.
I think they can agree a deal in January. But
Yeah,
you can't sign.
Yeah, you got to be looking.
He can sign if we might be able to pay a couple of million quid.
You got to be looking at what players are out of contract in the summer that the clubs may want to get a bit of money for.
Look, Antonio Valencia is a good player at Man United. He's converted into a really good right back.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say,
he's
Zabaleta
33
coming.
years old.
Yeah, but Zabaleta's
Zabaleta's going. Would you look at someone a bit younger and just
No, not when you've got Fredericks there.
that's
Fredericks
it.
is a
It's
decent young right back. You've got to bring in someone like Valencia to challenge him. I
He's
think
going
it'd
to
be
take a
good,
bit of
but
time, Fredericks, I think.
let's-
You
It's a shame
need
he's
someone
injured.
with a bit of experience.
and Danny Welbeck.
Oh.
Yeah, but
We've
he's
got
another.
enough-
he's,
we've got
yeah,
enough
he's-
injury
he's
prone
another.
players.
We're gonna we get linked with every injury. I mean, I saw we got linked with Ashley Cole last week because he left. He's 37. You know.
Yeah.
People look at what happened last season with Evra. We don't need to be looking at players like Ashley Cole. Look, Ashley Cole's a great player, but he's not a Premier League player no more.
He
There's
was
no
a great
point.
player.
There's no
He was a
point.
great player.
There's no point in signing players like that.
But I saw Aaron Ramsey. We're just going to call
Yeah, that was a throwaway comment.
No,
I've
I'd love to. Listen, Aaron Ramsey will probably be one of our biggest signings for a long time, but he's never going to sign for West Ham. He's going to go on to a bigger club than West Ham. I don't need to disrespect my club, but teams like I think Liverpool will be interested in him. If he wants to stay in London, maybe Chelsea.
He wants. I think he wants 200 grand a week, didn't he, or something like that?
He's worth it. He's worth it.
He's
Aaron
got a bit of
Ramsey's worth
injury
200 grand a
problems,
week.
Yeah, for the goals that he gets you as well.
he don't stay
He's
fit
a legend
all
at
season.
Arsenal because he's got cup final goals from. He's won them cups, you know. So he's. I'm
Every
surprised they're
time he
letting him
scores,
go.
someone dies. So that's the only thing.
Yeah, well,
What?
Yeah, that's a fact.
it's
That's
a
a fact.
stat.
Every time when someone
Celebrity
scores,
death.
a celebrity dies.
Yeah, hopefully he don't sign for us because Carroll will be shitting himself.
Did he score when Jimmy Savile died?
No,
I think he got a hat-trick now. No, but yeah. No, Ramsey's a great player, but it's not going to happen. But look, I sat here this time this time last week and said, look, if we can get 9 points this week, it's massive. We're on 21 points now. We're 10th in the table. We're in the top 10 because Brighton lost today. We're 5 points off 5th place. You know, it's looking a lot rosier. I mean, 3 weeks ago we was thinking, we're in a relegation battle here. And just like that, you're up the table. And now we've got to just continue this little run. Fulham's going to be tough next week despite they're bottom of the league. It's a London derby, live on Sky or BT, wherever it's on. Fulham are going to be tough to play at home against. And
They've turned it around a little at home, haven't they? They're playing a bit better.
Ranieri again. I know they lost last time out against Chelsea, but it's going to be tough. And then we move on to Watford, which will be another. But we are above Wolves and Watford now, and they both had flying starts to the season. So we're even Bournemouth are flying, but we're only 4 points behind them now. So
And like you said, when you look at the next 4 games, they're not easy games. Even Southampton's not going to be easy.
no,
Burnley's
Southampton got a
but
new manager.
They're all winnable. That's
Yeah.
the difference. It's how we approach each game. Like I said, take a game at a time.
It just seems like something's clicked in our team.
That's it. Should we wrap it up there?
But you got to look at Newcastle. Newcastle went on that run of 3 wins on a spin, and then we
Yeah, this is
To be fair, mate, we're not Newcastle.
No, I know, but you just got to be
Yes. What's that?
We got
You were
Newcastle.
still in your Miami mode, didn't you?
We can't be overconfident going
No,
into
no, no,
Fulham.
no. I don't want to sit here and be overconfident, but you got to be happy because we've just seen our team win
It's
3
nice
in a row.
to just enjoy West
think-
Ham again.
Mate,
You know?
We won
It's-
3. We won 3 in a row and scored 3 goals for the first time since 1982, right?
There you
And
go.
do you know what? Do you know the teams we beat?
Go on.
Palace?
No.
Yeah, what?
Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. Can you imagine us doing that these days? That was in 1982, though. Johnny Lives, Claret and Blue
Well,
Army, but
go back to 2015. I think we did beat. Well, pretty much
Yeah,
beat
but-
those teams. Yeah.
Did
yeah,
I think we did.
but
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
like
3
nothing,
goals.
though, it's,
In a row and
yeah,
all that.
I mean it's nine goals in a week.
I said to you when filming the fan
It's helping our
cams,
goal difference.
it's nice to actually see the fans happy. Instead of that
look,
one-off happiness because we beat Spurs or something
I'll
else.
be honest with you. Coming out that
Everyone-
ground tonight
yeah.
was the happiest I've seen fans at the London
Yeah,
Stadium
definitely.
Yeah.
ever.
Definitely.
At the London
I
Stadium.
wouldn't say ever.
At the
I've
London
seen
Stadium.
happier times.
At the London Stadium.
Yeah.
No,
I've seen
but-
when we beat Tottenham and Chelsea
but
and United.
Take away the one-off result. I'm on about looking
No,
at
look.
the overall team.
The confidence throughout the club at the moment is buzzing from staff, fans, the tea lady. I bet she's buzzing. Everyone's happy. Everyone connected with West
She's
Ham.
put it on the Brook Bonds.
Yeah, she's putting extra
She's
tea
another
bags,
tea
man.
lady.
She's serving PG tips. She ain't doing cheap shit now. She's
Putting
happy.
bourbons on everyone's
Yeah,
plate.
no malt milk. She's getting the custard creams out, the old girl. But
It's nice to do these.
exactly, and this is what we want.
Yeah,
And it's nice at the moment. And let's just get next week. We've got a week off now. Players can relax and chill out and get into training, work hard, and we go again next week.
Excellent. Looking
Lovely,
forward to it.
lovely.
Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint. Dan, you're not quite in. Stay
He
there.
is.
Just
Damn,
stay
you
there.
like me.
Show everyone your hands.
Thank you very much for joining
I
us
feel
on this
a Michael
week's
Jackson
edition
song
of West Ham
coming
Fan
on now.
TV's Post-Match Pint. We'll be back. All the fan camps, go and check out all of them. We'll be back this week with the run up to Fulham. We've got a few shows coming up this week. We'll be starting, as I said, transfer rumours and all that stuff in videos, so keep an eye out for them. I'm not going to say anything else, but one thing left to say, boys.
Come on, you
Come on.
guys.